Time for a delicious recipe, patatas bravas-ish. It's a classic inspired Spanish recipe. Carlos is turned facing the wall. He doesn't want to know because it's not authentic, but it is delicious. Right, we are going to make a patatas bravas inspired dish that me and Emily love and Carlos is ignoring. But I bet he tastes it and I bet
it's a good dish.
It is a good dish. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take some chorizo sausage, okay? Really popular these days in the UK. Everyone seems to love cooking with it and doing all sorts of things with it. So what I'm going to do is, this is a cured Spanish sausage, all right? So it's not, sometimes you get raw chorizo that you can cook with, and I think it's probably called cooking chorizo, isn't it? Yeah. But you can cook with either. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the skin off the outside.
So what would happen if you left the skin on?
Nothing really. You can cook it, it's absolutely fine, but some people like to take it off. This isn't a particularly long cooking recipe, so I'm just going to peel it off really.
Yeah.
I mean, it just renders. It's not a deal breaker.
No.
You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna peel it off. And if you miss a few bits, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Yeah, it's got the main bit.
But if you've got the cooking chorizo, you obviously need to cook it well in the pan for a few minutes before you then add the next ingredient. So that for me will do. Now, when you're using the cured chorizo, you want to kind of cut it into 1 centimeter slices, because if you cut it too thin, it will burn by the time the potatoes are in, you see. So you've got to make sure that you don't cut it too small. I remember photographing this recipe, Emily, and we sat there and ate the whole lot afterwards.
Yes, we did.
If I remember rightly. So a little bit of oil in the pan, just to get all the things going. Now, chorizo, these little white bits, that's the natural fats that go into the sausage. That's the good stuff. We need to melt this to get it out, to get the flavour going. So, into the pan, and then just position them so they're all cut side down. Like so, yeah? And you'll see the sort of yellowy, orangey oil seeping out. That's exactly what we want. Right, a couple of cloves of garlic. Good thing about this, all we need to do is smash into the pan, all right? Just to kind of permeate all that flavour. Okay, so potatoes. All we're going to do is take our potato, and I need a masher.
Just, yeah, stop there a second, Pete.
Yeah, got a masher.
Oh.
Good?
Yeah. Keep going. Yep.
Right, we need a masher, okay? You could use the back of a spoon, you could use whatever you like, really. But we've got these part cooked, like nearly all the way cooked potatoes. What we're going to do is just squash it like that, yeah? And then get your knife, and then go slide under, and then in to that lovely chorizo oil. Like so. And the idea is that you break the potato up to allow all that crispy loveliness in.
So you've just obviously said you've just boiled some potatoes.
Yeah,
Does
they're
it
just cooked
matter
potatoes.
what type of potato it is?
I tend to use new potatoes.
Just for the size?
Or little baby salad ones, yeah. But I mean, you could use leftover boiled potatoes,
yeah,
roast potatoes.
I suppose it is good for leftovers actually, because there's always more potatoes left over, isn't there? From
yeah. So you see that one, it's kind of like the skin's that side, that one's broken, that side's going in the pan down. Okay? So we're going to get that in. Any of these little bits as well that break off, get them in, because they're going to go really crispy and lovely. So, again,
I suppose this could be used. This could be a dish for lunch times.
Yeah. Do you know what would be nice with this? Fried
I
egg.
was just about to say, me and you had that conversation, didn't we? We were saying like it would serve nice.
Ah, see, Carlos has turned around. He's up for that.
It is a recipe.
Is it?
It's called huevos rotos.
Ah, okay. There we go. Maybe we ought to do a Spanish series one day.
So you could use your hand as well if you don't want to use a masher.
Yeah, you could use a masher or your hand. It doesn't really matter. What's important is you absolutely break that potato so that you get all the little gnarly bits opened up, yeah? You've got to sort of smash it to get that real benefit. I think that's probably enough for what we're going to do. I'm going to turn the heat up because I want all that lovely chorizo to come out. Now we're going to reinforce the chorizo flavour with a little bit extra smoked paprika, okay? This is the good stuff, the smoked stuff. It's lovely. Really, really nice. It's kind of, you can't buy it.
Almost like smells of holiday, doesn't it? Like that lovely.
You've got to get the real stuff.
Yeah.
There's no point getting that generic supermarket own label stuff. Get the good stuff with the Spanish writing on. Okay. Right, I'm just turning the chorizo over because it's just starting to caramelize nicely. I've not moved the potatoes at all because I just want them to just soak up those little bits of fat and oil and flavour. The whole point, if you start stirring all this, you're just going to end up with a big pan of bubble and squeak. What we're trying to do is get these lovely crispy potatoes that have just kind of sat next to the chorizo and benefited from all its flavour. Right, let's just give this chorizo, just turn it over. It's got that lovely scorched, toasted chorizo flavour on it now, and the potatoes just kind of sucking up all those flavours. It's going to be absolutely delicious.
So is this something that you can do in the oven if you don't want to watch over a pan?
Yeah, now actually, in the book, what chapter is it? Weekend Feasts, isn't it?
I think so.
So Weekend Feast chapter that we've done, just loads of really nice weekend dishes that you could just sit and enjoy in different scenarios. I've actually written it so that you put it in the oven because it's much easier, but I thought for the show it would be nice to sort of show you it actually cooking, because otherwise I just whack it in there and leave it and it's done. So yeah, both ways. You could even do it on the barbecue as well if you wanted. Have a frying pan going on the grill while you're doing other things. Right, so let's have a look at these potatoes and let's just see. Look at that. Can you see how they've crisped up? So if we just turn them over, they've just started to really gain some crispiness. And by leaving them and not moving them, that's what you get, okay? So while that's just cooking there, I'm going to whack it under the grill for a couple of minutes, just while we do a couple more things. Right, so they can have a couple of minutes. Now, I really like serving this with a pot of sour cream because I just think that kind of rich, spicy, fragrant crispiness benefits from a bit of sour cream. And not everyone knows what sour cream is.
Well, I was just about to ask that.
Yeah?
What?
Now, sour cream is, for me, is just double cream or whipping cream with lime juice in it.
Oh.
And that's it. But I'm going to put a little bit of coriander in as well, so we kind of make it like a coriander sour cream, which I think will be really nice. You wait till you taste it. So we're just going to whisk this up.
So this is double cream, this?
This is just whipping cream.
Yeah.
So it's just straightforward whipping cream. And I actually find, like, if I buy a big tub of sour cream, I never use it all.
Yeah, I'm always like that. I'll use it.
Or you buy that tiny little tub,
Yeah.
and it's nowhere near enough, and you buy two. And
Yeah.
So I thought, do you know what? A little bit of double cream. You could put lemon juice in it if you wanted to. I prefer lime. I think it's nicer. You could probably put vinegar in it as well if you wanted to make it sour.
Just that acidity.
Yeah, but I think this works really, really well. Now, where's my electric whisk when I need one? Anyway, what I ought to do while I'm whisking away is ask Carlos just to put the ingredients for this recipe down this side. I always like to give the ingredients in there so that if you want to just watch again, you can follow this recipe. I know it's coming out in the new book and everything, and lots of people will want the book because it's still nice to have a book, isn't it?
Oh,
you know,
yeah, I love a good cookbook, even if I'd love to look through them and find inspiration.
I mean, I like ebooks, I like my iPad, all that sort of stuff.
But there's nothing nicer than an actual cookbook to look through.
Which is why we've done a book, because there's so many people have been asking us for it. So we have done the book, and you will be able to get the recipe. But if you don't want to buy the book, you can screen grab it and follow me, and hopefully you'll be able to replicate this recipe. But don't forget, if you want to, you can download our recipe app also, so you can get all our TV programs in the recipe app as well. Just go Peter Sidwell's Kitchen. We've got a TV app coming with all our episodes so that you can just watch us on the telly normally. So there's loads of stuff, loads of ways to watch the show. Nearly there. Right, so when you're whipping up your cream for sour cream, whip it a little bit more, because we're about to add more liquid to it. So, like, you might think, oh, just do it dropping texture. You almost want it like piping bag cream texture. So like that, okay? So let's just pop that on there. We want lime juice of 2 limes, and there's about 125 mils of cream in here. This will be enough for that dish, no problem. If you've got any left over as well, there's loads of ways to use it up.
What about bottled lime juice?
Absolutely not. Keep it for your, I don't know what. No, buy lime. There's nothing wrong with buying fresh limes. The problem with bottled lime juice is it's pasteurised.
Yeah, it hasn't got the same freshness.
It's not fresh.
As it.
I mean, that's fresh. You know? Turn them inside out and squeeze them out again. Yeah? That's it. Now wash your hands. There's my tea towel. Right. What we now need to do is get rid of the whisk. Because if you carry on whisking, it's going to curdle. Yeah?
Oh.
And you're going to end up with butter. Believe me, I've done it.
Really?
In the past, yeah. I used to get such a telling off your head chef when you were younger. If you whip the cream and then you add something and then you stir it again and it then starts to go that sort of gritty, like just before butter. But because we've over-mixed the cream slightly, then added the liquid, we've now got this nice drop-in texture, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm going to put a little bit of black pepper in there, tiny little bit of salt, like literally 1/4 of a teaspoon in there, very little. And then coriander. Now, for many of you who watch me a lot, you will know the stalk is where all the flavour is. I'm going to add that in with the potatoes and the chorizo. So I'm going to just chop it like that. There's so much flavour in the stalk.
People seem to think it's just the leaf that you use, isn't it? But I didn't know about using the stalk until you started.
So much flavour. Turn the bunch round, and then we'll just have a few. We'll have a few cuts like that. We'll have a little bit of fresh leaf. Okay.
I do like coriander as a herb.
It's funny, isn't it, coriander? That apparently they've scientifically proven that you either like it or you don't. There's
Really?
something genetic about coriander.
I love coriander.
Like, Emma hates coriander. I love it. So, coriander in. And now we've got a lovely lime coriander sour cream that is going to be really good with this. You're going to like this one, Emily.
I'm excited for it.
Carlos isn't. He doesn't like sour cream, does he?
Do you not like sour cream, Carlos?
More for us.
Such a good ingredient.
More for us. Now remember, if you've got any questions at all about today's recipes or any kitchen conundrum, post it in the comments below. I will do my best to answer it. I can't guarantee, but I'll give it a good go. Right. Oh, it's looking good, smelling good. Right, have a little look at that, Emily.
Ooh, yeah, that looks really good.
Liking that?
Yes.
Not much else to add to this. Couple of bits. Look how crispy and gnarly these potatoes are getting now.
Oh my God.
Lovely. Right. Vinegar. Everything in there is rich. Okay?
Yep.
It needs a little bit of balance, I think. So, get your vinegar. You could use sherry vinegar or red wine vinegar or white wine vinegar. It's up to you. I wouldn't go like malt vinegar, you know, like you use for your chips. And then just put your thumb over the top and a little bit of vinegar. Don't drench one particular area of the pan. You need to scatter it around. And then we are in with our coriander stalk. That's going to give us more freshness. Okay? And then, and only now, am I going to start to toss it around like that. Now we're getting all the flavours going. This is where we test it out on Emily. Behind the scenes.
Woohoo. This is such a good, I think this is one of my favourites, you know.
So I'm just going to build it up. When you are cooking this dish, when you're in the kitchen alone, all by yourself, this is what you do. This is what you taste things in context. So a little bit of everything that you're about to serve so that you know it's good. I know it's good. I don't need to taste it yet, but I will. It's really important that you get the context of everything. So try it all in one spoon before you then go and serve it all up.
That is really good.
Nice? Good. I think she said that was really good. We'll put subtitles up if we can't hear it in the edit.
That is delicious.
Good. So now you can just
You get that slight tang from the
vinegar.
vinegar. Just
Vinegar
not
makes
much,
all the
but
difference.
and it's just enough to break through the chorizo and the potato.
Yeah. It is just. I used to do like I used to have a restaurant in the Reged Centre, and we used to do like a chorizo hash with a poached egg on top. It was lovely. It was one of my favourite dishes, and it's a little bit similar to that really. So just spread it all out, or if you're just at home and you're just eating it with your loved one, just eat it out of the pan. There's no need to make more mess. Buy a lovely pan and put it in the middle. But there you go. That is how you make my chorizo. Patatas bravas-ish. All right? There you go. I will now try a little bit.
That is really good, that Pete.
A little bit of that, a little bit of that. There we go. That's good.
It's delicious, isn't it?
Really, really nice. Honestly, please make this recipe. It's absolutely delicious. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next episode.